Can a family afford to do the carnivore diet on an extremely low budget? Well, today we're going to find out. Here's our parameters. We need to feed 2 adults and 2 children a minimum of 1,400 calories and 100 grams of protein per person per day. This family will eat 2 meals per day, and it's a 30-day month. And we have to do all of that for $300 or $75 per person. We're assuming that this family already has some kitchen staples like salt and butter. And I'll be sharing some sample meals you can make with the ingredients that we find. Let's head to the first store. Our first stop is Costco. We want to be as efficient as possible, and the best way to do that is at a big box store. It's not cheaper for everything, but it is cheaper for some important staples. A Costco membership is $60 for the year, so I think it's worth the investment. And you can also ask for a membership for your birthday or for Christmas. When dealing with a low budget, the cheapest meat you're going to find is pork and chicken, and you can find some really sweet deals on both of those items here. Pork chops are $2.79 a pound here, and they are thick and juicy, not super thin. It looks like chicken drumsticks are 99 cents per pound, and the bone-in, skin-on chicken thighs are $1.49 per pound. These are the ones that we want. The boneless, skinless thighs are $3.49 per pound, but you want all of that delicious skin and bones, so we will not be getting these. Now, we're assuming this family already has butter, but this is a deal at $12.99 for 4 pounds of butter. 5 dozen eggs is $10.49, but I think we can get these cheaper elsewhere. This is a great deal on brats, 3.5 pounds for $9.99. This is 14 links. If you bought these at a normal store, you'd get a package of 5 for like $4 to $7. This is the cheapest I could find bacon in my area at $3.50 per pound or $13.99 for 4 pounds. 5 pounds of cheddar jack for $12.79 is more than enough cheese to last the month, and these slices of cheddar for $7.99 would be great on burgers. There's so many great deals to be had here at Costco. Our next stop is my local grocery store, Jewel. I wanted to stop here because I wanted to see if I could find some deeply discounted meat. My tip for getting the cheapest meat possible is to head to your grocery store really early in the morning and try to find the meat that has to be sold by that day. Typically, it's marked down by like 50%. Check with the meat manager at your local grocery store to see when they do their markdowns, but normally it's in the morning. So let's go see what we can find. Here we have 1.25 pounds of sirloin, and this would be $4 after the 50% off markdown. Now, this is a great deal. This New York strip must have been the sale of the week already at $7.99 a pound, but with the 50% off discount, it's $4 a pound. We could include a steak night in our budget with that price. And here's a great deal on ground beef at $2.50 per pound. It's labeled chili, but that's just how they ground it. It doesn't have any spices in it. This is a great deal. And here we have some frozen chicken gizzards for $2.79 per pound and chicken livers for $2.49 a container. Both of these are great sources of vitamin A and C on Carnivore. We are now at Aldi. If you don't have a membership to Costco, or if you don't have a Costco in your area, Aldi is a really great local grocery store, and typically they're only a few cents more expensive than Costco. So let's take a look around. Looks like eggs are $1.83 per dozen. I have seen them cheaper here. 32 ounces of heavy whipping cream for $4.69, and a pound of bacon is $4.25. 80/20 ground beef for $3.59 is the cheapest regular price I've seen while out shopping today, and these wings for $2.29 a pound look really tasty. One of the best deals here at Aldi is their bone-in, skin-on chicken thighs, $1.59 a pound, so that's only 10 cents more expensive than what I can get them for at Costco. And then I found a really sweet deal. This 5-pound roll of 73/27 ground beef is only $2.39 a pound. That is a really, really, really good deal, so we'll be picking up a few of these for our cart. Now let's head over to Walmart. For a lot of people, Walmart is the only grocery store in their area. There's a lot of really great deals to be had here too. Eggs are $8.73 for 5 dozen, and that's the cheapest I've seen today. This 5-pound bag of chicken drumsticks is only 99 cents a pound, and their chicken thighs are $1.77 a pound. This beef liver is $2.82, and looks like 80/20 ground beef is $3.79 a pound. We were really able to stretch this budget. I was even able to find some great deals on steaks and wings, which are typically more expensive than like ground beef or chicken thighs. Let's take a look at what we were able to find. First, I did 100 pounds of chicken drumsticks from Costco for $99. We did 28 pounds of chicken thighs from Costco for $41.72, 8 pounds of pork chops from Costco for $22.32, 10 pounds of ground beef from Aldi for $23.90, 5 pounds of wings from Aldi for $11.45, 2 pounds of New York strip steak from Jewel for $8, 3.5 pounds of brats from Costco for $9.99, 18 dozen eggs. We got 3 of the 5 dozen packs from Walmart for $26.19, and then the per dozen price was actually cheaper at Aldi. So we picked up 3 dozen more eggs from Aldi for $5.49. 4 pounds of bacon from Costco for $13.99, 3.5 pounds of frozen sausage links from Costco for $13.89, 5 pounds of that shredded cheddar jack cheese for $12.79, and 64 ounces of heavy cream from Aldi for $9.38. That brings our total to $298.11. It breaks down to a minimum of 1,450 calories and 131 grams of protein per person per day, so well within our parameters. We ended up with 164 pounds of meat, 5 pounds of cheese, 64 ounces of heavy cream, 18 dozen eggs. I found some really good deals on beef this time around. $2.39 per pound for ground beef is a really good price in my area. And then those steaks that we were able to find at Jewel, already deeply discounted at $7.99 a pound, and then I found them for 50% off. So that's an excellent deal. If you find really good prices on beef, be sure to scoop it up and freeze it if you're not going to use it right away. Beef is the most nutrient dense of all the meats out there, and you want to include as much of it as you can in your diet. Let's talk about some of the meals you can make with all of these ingredients. First, we've got breakfast. Eggs are so versatile. You can do eggs and bacon, eggs and sausage, cheesy eggs. You could do ground beef and eggs. You could do ground beef cheese and eggs. You could make omelets with leftover meat. I love a good breakfast casserole, so you could take like a dozen eggs, pound of ground beef, any other leftover meats you have. Mix that all together with some heavy cream and then put some cheese on top, bake it at 350, and you've got 2 days worth of breakfast there. That breaks down into 8 servings. What I do for breakfast every day is a couple of hard-boiled eggs and a couple of pieces of either sausage or bacon. So lots of different things you can do with eggs. Let's talk about some of the dinners you can make. You can do baked chicken thighs, chicken drumsticks, air-fried wings, pork chops, burgers, meatloaf. We threw a steak night in there. You could do a soup and sandwich night. You could do a really nice chicken soup. And then you could make sandwiches with chaffles as the bread. So you just mix some shredded cheese and some egg together and then put that in one of those little mini waffle makers. And you can make a really, really hearty bread. And it works really well. You could throw chicken or steak or whatever you have left over, maybe a little bit of bacon in there, some mayo, and make a really delicious sandwich. You could make tacos. You could make a bunch of different ground beef bowls. You could do pulled chicken sandwiches. The possibilities are endless. Just search on YouTube for different carnivore recipes like carnivore chicken thigh recipes or carnivore pork recipes, and you're going to see just tons of videos that are going to show you just how many different options you have. You're going to feel like you are eating a different meal every single night, even with this basic amount of ingredients. So as you can see, even on a very low budget, you can do carnivore and you can do it well. I wasn't able to find as sweet of deals for this $300 cart as I did for my $100 cart for one person, so I'm going to link that video right here so you can check it out. But even without those deals, $300 gave us a lot to work with. Search out those deals on meat and buy in bulk when you can. Be sure to research prices online before you go out shopping so you'll know which store has the cheapest options. And just know, if this is something that you want to try for your family, you can totally do it with a really low budget. I hope this video was helpful, and I'll see you next time.